A surfer was brutally attacked by a great white shark at Granites Beach, a spot known for its beauty and its dangers. What should have been just another day in the waves quickly turned into a nightmare no one saw coming. How could something so peaceful turn so terrifying in an instant? It's the kind of story that leaves you wondering, how much can we really do to stay safe when nature takes a dark turn? On a quiet afternoon at Granites Beach near Streaky Bay, Lance Appleby, a 28-year-old surfer, was enjoying what should have been a peaceful session in the waves. The Eyre Peninsula, known for its stunning coastline and occasionally ominous great white shark sightings, was about to witness a tragedy no one could have predicted. As Lance paddled out into the ocean, the beauty of the sea quickly turned into a scene of horror.
Surfer and beautiful young man. That's how friends have described Lance Appleby, who is tonight missing after being taken by a shark off a notorious beach near Streaky Bay on the west coast. A desperate search has so far uncovered a damaged surfboard, and there is no sign of the much-loved victim.
Type of shark is not yet clear, but earlier in the day there had been concerns about a great white.
In the morning, a local fisherman went out to pull his cray pots and found that one of his pots had been moved 500 metres and had been crushed.
Jeff Schmucker issued a warning on social media saying there is an aggressive great white very close to Granites. Around the same time this video was shared, a shark seen close to shore at nearby Scale Bay.
The attack happened on the 2nd day of January, and it was as sudden as it was brutal. Lance, well known in his community for his love of surfing, was struck by a great white shark. Witnesses on the shore saw a commotion in the water, but could do nothing but watch in stunned silence. What they feared most was quickly confirmed. A jet skier later found Lance's surfboard floating, bearing the unmistakable marks of a shark bite. The chilling sight of that board set off a wave of panic and sorrow. Immediately, the search for Lance began. Local authorities, marine rescue teams, and volunteers from the community mobilized, determined to find him. The search effort was relentless. Helicopters scanned the waters from above, while boats and jet skis crisscrossed the waves below. For 4 long days, the search continued, but hope began to fade as each hour passed. Despite their exhaustive efforts, Lance's body was never recovered, leaving his loved ones in a painful limbo of grief and unanswered questions. Lance's disappearance hit the community hard. He wasn't just a familiar face. He was a part of the fabric of the Eyre Peninsula. His family, friends, and fellow surfers shared stories of his adventurous spirit and warm heart. The tributes poured in, painting a picture of a man who was deeply loved and admired. Vigils were held, and candles were lit, as the community came together to honor his memory, each person clinging to the shared sorrow and the profound sense of loss. Granites Beach, while breathtaking, had always carried an undercurrent of danger due to its shark activity. This tragedy reignited discussions about shark safety in the area. South Australia had seen its share of shark attacks, and the debate over the effectiveness of current safety measures heated up. Could more have been done to prevent this? The government pledged to review existing policies, aiming to find better ways to protect both surfers and marine life. In the aftermath, Granites Beach was closed as a precaution, its serene beauty now overshadowed by the haunting memory of Lance's final moments. The ocean, both a place of wonder and danger, had claimed one of its own. Yet, even in the face of such tragedy, the community vowed to remember Lance, not just for how he died, but for the life he lived. His love for the sea and his fearless spirit will be remembered by all who knew him, a reminder of the deep, often unpredictable bond between humans and the ocean. Lance Appleby, a 28-year-old surfer from Port Lincoln, South Australia, was known for his adventurous spirit and deep connection to the ocean. His love for surfing took him to various coastal regions, including the Eyre Peninsula and the Gold Coast, where he was a familiar face among local surfing communities.
Lance Appleby loved the surf and often posted images online of his time in the waves.
He was a hell man. He loved it. He was mad on the dirt bike and he was unreal on the footy field, and he took to the water like a fish.
Tragically, on January 2nd, 2025, Lance was fatally attacked by a great white shark while surfing at Granites Beach near Streaky Bay. Witnesses reported seeing the attack, and his surfboard, bearing significant bite marks, was later recovered. Despite extensive search efforts, his body was not found.
On the ground, on the water and from the air, emergency crews searching for 28-year-old Lance Appleby. Last seen at the beach locals call Granites just before 7 o'clock last night.
We were cooking dinner and saw a lot of emergency vehicles driving down towards the beach.
Witnesses raised the alarm when they saw the victim being attacked by a shark before disappearing. A friend went searching for him on a jet ski but found only his board.
By the time he got there, the board was 1,500 metres offshore, and he found the board with half a leg rope and a bite mark in the bottom of the board, which affirms that.
Lance's family and friends remember him as a compassionate and fiercely loyal individual. His brother, Kenneth, expressed the impossible pain the family feels, highlighting Lance's qualities as a brother and friend. A GoFundMe campaign in his memory has raised over $71,000, reflecting the community's support and the impact Lance had on those around him. Beyond his surfing passion, Lance was a talented athlete, excelling in football and basketball. He was a respected sportsman, with his local football club paying tribute to his contributions on and off the field. His adventurous spirit and love for the ocean were evident to all who knew him, and he is remembered for his beaming smile and zest for life. Lance's tragic passing has deeply affected the communities of the Eyre Peninsula and the Gold Coast. Public memorials and tributes have been held in his honor, with many sharing stories of his kindness, adventurous nature, and unwavering loyalty to friends and family.
Lance Appleby loved the surf and often posted images online of his time in the waves.
His legacy continues to inspire those who share his love for the ocean and adventure. In the wake of his death, discussions about shark safety measures in South Australia have intensified. The state has faced criticism for inadequate shark protection, with experts arguing that more effective mitigation strategies are needed. In response, the South Australian government has announced a review of current policies and plans for new safety measures worth $500,000 in collaboration with Surf Life Saving SA. Lance's family finds solace in knowing that he died doing what he loved.
Your brother, I cherished every moment we spent together. I just wish there was more.
His sister shared a heartfelt message, expressing the family's grief and emphasizing Lance's passion for surfing.
His mates, I think, and being in the ocean, it really did bring him a lot of happiness.
The community's outpouring of support during this difficult time has been a testament to the profound impact Lance had on those around him. Lance Appleby's legacy is one of passion, adventure, and deep connections with both people and the ocean. His memory serves as a reminder of the beauty and unpredictability of nature, and the importance of cherishing every moment spent doing what we love. Shark attacks in South Australia have become an increasingly tragic trend, with the region seeing a disturbing rise in fatal incidents. In the past year alone, there have been 5 attacks, 3 of which were fatal, raising serious questions about shark safety measures. Just when the community thought things couldn't get worse, another life was claimed. This time, it was 28-year-old surfer Lance Appleby. His death near Streaky Bay in January of 2025 highlighted the growing urgency for better protection for beachgoers and surfers alike. So, what exactly is being done to prevent such tragedies? The South Australian government has responded to this alarming rise in attacks by allocating $500,000 towards shark mitigation efforts. The goal is to improve surveillance and increase community safety, especially in more vulnerable coastal areas like the Eyre Peninsula. But the reality is that money alone might not be enough. Despite these efforts, critics argue that the state's approach still falls short compared to other regions in Australia. States like Western Australia and Queensland have implemented proactive strategies like drone surveillance and smart drumlines, tools designed to catch and relocate sharks rather than simply avoid them. Why hasn't South Australia taken these steps yet? While local authorities are working on bolstering surveillance and education, many believe these measures are just the beginning. South Australia's approach to shark safety has faced widespread criticism for being reactive rather than preventative. It's clear that there is a gap in the current policies, one that could potentially be filled by strategies that have been proven effective in other parts of the country. For example, Western Australia, which has seen a similar rise in shark attacks in recent years, adopted drone surveillance to monitor shark activity, offering real-time alerts to beachgoers. It's these kinds of forward-thinking solutions that have saved lives in other states. So, why not implement them here? Moreover, there are voices within the local community that have started calling for more drastic action. For instance, some local councils on the Eyre Peninsula are advocating for stricter regulations on shark cage diving operations. These businesses are often seen as a magnet for sharks, bringing the animals closer to populated areas. While the debate over this issue is far from settled, it adds another layer to the conversation about the need for comprehensive shark safety measures. As tragic as these events are, they also serve as a wake-up call for all of us, urging the government and local communities to work together toward a safer future. While South Australia is taking steps to improve safety, it's clear that the time for real change is now. Learning from the successes of other states and integrating those solutions into local policy will be crucial in preventing future attacks. But it's not just about the government. It's about creating a dialogue between scientists, the public, and businesses to ensure that we strike the right balance between keeping people safe and respecting the wildlife that calls our oceans home. The fight for better shark safety is far from over, and every life lost is a stark reminder that there's so much more to be done. The tragic shark attack on 28-year-old Lance Appleby at Granites Beach near Streaky Bay has shaken the local community and the surfing world to its core. Lance was a well-known surfer, admired for his adventurous spirit and close ties to the Eyre Peninsula. He was not just a surfer, he was a part of the fabric of the Streaky Bay community, a friend to many, and a passionate advocate for the ocean. When the news of his death broke, it left a deep void in the hearts of those who knew him. In the days that followed, the shock of his loss rippled through the local community, leaving surfers, residents, and friends grappling with the harsh reality of the attack. This wasn't just another tragedy. It was a blow to a tight-knit community that loved the sea, but now feared it. The incident has prompted the South Australian government to rethink its approach to shark safety. As tragic as Lance's death was, it has sparked a much-needed conversation about the current policies. In response, the government has announced a $500,000 investment in shark mitigation efforts, including increased surveillance and better safety measures for regional areas like Streaky Bay. While these actions are welcome, many wonder if it's enough to prevent future attacks. For surfers and locals who've always enjoyed the waters, it feels like the situation needs more than just a review. It needs a transformation. The question on everyone's mind is whether these changes will be enough to save lives, or if they're simply a temporary fix to a much deeper issue. As the community processes this tragedy, local residents have been vocal in their push for stronger policies. Meetings and forums have become a space for passionate discussions about what needs to be done. It's not just about finding ways to prevent shark attacks. It's about how to protect the unique connection the community has with the ocean. People aren't just asking for more surveillance, but for a broader, more sustainable approach that includes balancing human safety with the protection of marine life. For surfers like Lance, the ocean wasn't just a place to catch waves. It was a place of solace, freedom, and connection. It's a relationship that's difficult to reconcile with the threat of sharks, but one that has to be addressed. Surf Life Saving South Australia, a key organisation in the state's shark safety efforts, is stepping up its involvement in shaping the future of shark mitigation. Their role in reviewing policies and implementing new safety protocols could be the game changer the community needs. These experts are not only experienced in beach safety, but they also understand the delicate balance between human activity and marine life. Their input could be instrumental in finding solutions that protect both people and sharks, making the waters safer for everyone. The collaboration between the community, government, and organisations like Surf Life Saving South Australia may hold the key to preventing more tragic events like Lance's. As we move forward, the loss of Lance Appleby serves as a heartbreaking reminder that shark safety isn't just a policy issue, it's a human one. The push for better safety measures is more than just about preventing the next tragedy. It's about ensuring that communities like Streaky Bay can continue their relationship with the ocean without living in fear. With concerted effort, investment in new strategies, and a collaborative approach, there's hope that the balance between safety and conservation can be achieved, making the ocean a place of both adventure and security once again. Lance Appleby's untimely death has sparked a much-needed conversation about shark safety, especially in South Australia, where shark attacks have been on the rise. In the wake of this tragedy, the community's grief has been matched by an urgency to re-evaluate current safety measures. The focus has shifted towards finding practical solutions to protect both surfers and marine life, with the government investing in enhanced surveillance and safety systems. However, there remains a clear need for a more comprehensive, proactive approach to preventing shark attacks, one that considers both technology and community involvement. As local authorities step up their efforts, there is a growing consensus that public safety is not just about policy changes, but about fostering a collaborative relationship between the public, scientists, and lawmakers. The tragic loss of Lance has underscored the importance of this collective effort. It's a reminder of how connected people are to the natural world, even in its most dangerous moments, and how vital it is to balance human presence with respect for the environment. The memory of Lance's spirit, his love for surfing, and his deep ties to the community will continue to inspire those who remain. His legacy stands not just as a reminder of the dangers that exist in nature, but of the resilience and resolve to make the waters safer for future generations. While there is still much to be done, the hope is that Lance's death will ultimately bring about change, ensuring a safer future for all who love the sea. Lance's story is a heartbreaking reminder of how unpredictable and powerful the ocean can be. Despite the tragedy, his legacy lives on through the love he had for surfing and the community he was a part of. Now, the question is, how do we move forward? Do you think the safety measures being put in place are enough? Or is more action needed to protect those who share Lance's passion for the sea? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more important stories. Thanks for watching.